So, hello, welcome back to another guitar lesson. My name is Eric and today I want to show you how to play Smoke on the Water as a kind of a fingerstyle version and by this improve your finger independency. So what I was doing here was playing probably the most iconic guitar riff in the world, Smoke on the Water, with my fingers while adding with my thumb a straightforward bass. It might sound easy, but if you have never done something like this before, it can be quite challenging to kind of coordinate your fingers. It's actually just a matter of your muscle memory, which we're gonna build up step by step now. So grab a guitar, and it doesn't matter if it's electric guitar or an acoustic guitar. This technique comes handy for like most player actually, so let's approach this riff step by step. First of all, you should know how to play Smoke on the Water on the D and on the G string. If you don't know, here's a quick briefing. So you plug these two strings empty and then you go 0, 3, 5, 0, 3, 6, 5, 0, 3, 5, 3, 0, 0. In the next step we would add a simple straightforward bass. For this we would put our index finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string. By this, these fingers remain empty or free, so you can use them to play the actual riff. So let's start with your thumb. Play a straightforward rhythm on the 3rd fret. So now you add the riff. Can be a little bit tricky to stretch your fingers that far because you have to kind of reach on the 3rd fret with your index finger and your pinky and your ring finger would reach the 6th fret of the D and of the G string. That's kind of quite far reach. In case it's really impossible for you, you can tune down your A string to a G and play the string open and use this. But actually try to avoid this. It's quite useful to learn stretching your fingers. You can thank me later in future. So let's go for a very slow round. So the thumb goes like this. Very straightforward. And now the first notes like this goes together with each bass note. Right. Then it gets a bit tricky because then the riff actually goes in between the bass notes. And then so it's really important that if you're struggling to do this, you should really slow down. Because your brain needs to understand what your fingers are doing. Otherwise it's overwhelmed, you're learning the wrong things or you learn maybe nothing. That would be kind of sad. Practicing slow and then increase your speed. So slow. Once you feel comfortable with playing this, you can start to play the bass double time. So instead of playing, you go then like. And now you add again the riff on top. Slow. Even slower. Really practice slow. It's just how your brain works. So slow, take it easy and learn step by step. Once you feel comfortable with the double time speed in your thumb, in your bass line, you can spice it up and add percussive sound to create kind of an illusion of a band playing the song. So I play it once without percussion, and then I add like a click sound, which I do by hitting with my thumb the low E string. By this, the low E string will hit the frets and creates this snapping sound. So it's like... So, without. And then with percussion. But if you do this, another problem evolves, because your finger movement or your hand movement of this clap sound or snapping sound makes it extremely difficult to keep playing the riff by just plugging on the strings in the same time. So what I do is I combine this percussive thing on the E string with some kind of quick release. So my hand would be like this while doing this percussive sound, like this. And once I hit it, my hand goes like this, kind of. Or actually more like this. That looks weird though, I know, but it works. Another key to success is my index finger, which plays on the 3rd fret of the low E string, is muting the A string. So you kind of don't need to worry about this string. If you touch it, nothing will happen. So try this. Your thumb goes like this. And then you start. I know you're probably sitting there now like, how the fuck are my hands supposed to move like this? I was thinking the same when I started learning this technique, but to be honest, it's possible, it's just a matter of your muscle memory. So really make sure to practice slow, that your brain understands what your fingers are doing. So one more time, step by step, we start with the riff itself. We add the bass, really straightforward and simple. Double time in the bass. And now with the click sound. Once you feel really comfortable with all of this stuff, you can start adding the rest of the melody of the singing, kind of. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if this is the case, I would be happy if you leave a comment if this kind of worked for you, or if you give me some thumbs up. And let me know in the comments if you actually managed to combine all the parts. That would be interesting to know. And yeah, peace out and see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye!